All right, so I do think people are coming in yet. So, but hi everyone, good morning everyone, доброго дня всім. So welcome to our course number 2, Leadership in Academia, which is targeted for your professional growth in academia. Just a little introduction. We have new participants this time, 40 people registered, new people registered. So I would like to give an overview, a quick overview of the course. So this is a second course from STEM with Ukraine program. Just to introduce myself, my name is Hanna Treletska. I'm a professor of physics at the Middle Tennessee State University, but I'm originally from Ukraine, Drohobych, and I'm the founding director of STEM with Ukraine. This course is done under the leadership of Dr. Andrea Lee from Austin Peay State University. She is taking lead in this course, and also in collaboration with Olga Leshko from Ukraine, from Truskavets. She's helping us with broadening this course to teachers and middle and high school students. So we really appreciate that too. Andrea, before I go on, this is a website for STEM with Ukraine, so we update things on there. You can look for some opportunities there, and please do join our Facebook page. So we post some events and some follow-up activities there, so just to stay updated, okay? Andrea, thank you. So just to give a quick overview, this course is, we meet once per month. So we have totally 6 lectures. Last month, we had networking and relationship building opportunities of a lecture. And we had a very wonderful hands-on session where you guys did so fantastic with practicing speaking English, and we really appreciate your participation and openness and readiness to learn. And that was a great opportunity for us to get to know each other. So please don't hesitate don't be shy, don't hesitate to participate. That's what it is a course for. So today is on growth mindset, мислення росту. You know, this is particularly relevant for all of us in current stage of what things are going in the world, but definitely relevant for Ukrainians. So we stand with Ukraine, and this is particularly challenging time for Ukrainians, the war. So have to not to lose opportunities, have to not give up, and have to be successful in your career. So this is like you have to have growth mindset. So I hope this session will be useful for all of us, and we can learn from each other and from your experience. Okay, so then we have several other lectures. We do have speakers not just from academia. In January we'll have a speaker from medical sciences. We will have a real doctor talking to us. So Nelia Melnichuk from Harvard, she will talk about her team on building collaboration with Ukraine and across the globe. So we are looking forward to that too. Before I go to today's lecture, I would like to introduce a new thing that we're going to do in this course is to celebrate your success. So we are going to every lecture we are going to share about your success. Okay, and today I have a huge honor and a huge pleasure to celebrate success of Olga Leshko. She's in the audience. She was our one of the first interns, first of 2 interns coming to United States as part of STEM with Ukraine internship. She is a teacher in Truskavets School #1 and also a PhD student in physics in Drohobych State University. And this slide is to celebrate her and have talented students from her school for their outstanding performance in Science Olympiad in Ukraine. So congratulations to you guys, and congratulations to teachers. As you know, teachers play such an important role in our life. Many of us will not be there where we are if we didn't have good teachers. So thank you, Ola, and thank you, students, for your great work. Thank you, Ola. We are very proud of you and your teachers. And I see Anastasia Atamanyuk, she joined us today. Congratulations on your success. Very proud of you. Okay, so we want to do this rubric, like celebrating each other's success, for several reasons. First of all, to celebrate you. also to build some common interest and common community, right? If you see, oh, that teacher is in chemistry and physics, maybe I can collaborate with you, okay? So, and also to learn what you do so other people can join you, okay? So this is mutually beneficial, okay? So please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you want to feature your program or your students or yourself. You went to a conference, you publish a paper or something like that. That's for us to build community. Don't be shy, okay? This is rule number 1 in this course. So thank you so much, and let's go to the next session, next slide. Before we go on, I would also like to mention this, Natalia Yakushko. She is one of the team members of STEM with Ukraine. She's a PhD student in economics in University of Tennessee, Knoxville, but she's also a feverish volunteer. She's working with kids in Ukraine in orphanages, and she has done a fantastic job, really fantastic job, sacrificing her time and resources and energy. And she's doing this initiative for Ukrainian kids from orphanages for Christmas, to bring Christmas presents for kids in Ukraine. So she asked me to share this information. So this is Amazon link to order gift for Ukrainian kids. If some of you would like to donate, please follow this QR code, or I put. Oh, email is not there, but if you want an email, I will provide the email as well, okay? Please reach out, and thank you everyone who is willing to help. Okay, and let's go to the next slide. Okay, so now today's lecture. So it's a great pleasure and a great honor to have 3 speakers today. We have done this on purpose. We want to have speakers from different countries, so this is intercultural exchange. So we will have a speaker from Ukraine, Dr. Stanislav Chaichenko, from Donbas State Pedagogical University. We thought of him like who can speak better about growth mindset considering the situation in Ukraine. So we are truly honored and very grateful for all what you do, Dr. Chaichenko. So we are looking forward to your presentation. And we also have 2 speakers from Austin Peay State University, Dr. Andrea Lee colleagues, Dr. Brewster and Dr. Williams. We are grateful for your time and for your, we are looking forward to learn from you. Thank you very, very much. Before I give the floor to Dr. Chaichenko, I do want to mention that at the very end of the lecture, we will have breakout rooms. So we can practice and we can discuss what we have learned today, okay? So active listening and active participation, just a reminder, okay? And if you have any questions, please do put this in the chat window, because there will be a lot of interesting material today to learn. So please put things into the chat window or raise your hand and we will discuss, okay? Do not hesitate to do that, okay? All right, so now our first speaker is Dr. Stanislav Chaichenko. He is the Vice Rector for Scientific and Pedagogical Work at Donbas State Pedagogical University. And I think you guys have been relocated, so we will hear from you. And he's mathematician. His field of research and study is mathematics. And he will tell us about challenges and opportunities about academia during the wartime. And thank you, Dr. Chaichenko. We really, really appreciate this. We really appreciate you, your students, and what you do. And we're looking forward to hearing from you. So the floor is yours. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Hanna Terlecka. Let me share my presentation. Could you see my presentation on your screen?
Yes.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. Stanislav Chaichenko, it's me, and the topic of my presentation, growth mindset, experience of Donbas State Pedagogical University's relocation. how it follows from the topic of presentation, I am going to tell you about some challenges and some problems we faced during relocation university from Slavyansk to Dnipro, and how growth mindset approach help us in critical situation. I would like to thank Hanna Terlecka and Andrea Lee for invitation and possibility to have a talk here. I hope we can all together today share and know something valuable for us. It's me again. In 1996, I graduated from the Slavyansk State Pedagogical Institute, which has been called Donbas State Pedagogical University since 2012, and qualified as a teacher of mathematics and physics. In 2016, I defended my doctoral thesis on the field of the theory of function. And in 2020, I received the academic title of professor at the Department of Mathematics and Informatics. Currently, I hold the position of Vice Rector of Scientific and Pedagogical Work, and my responsible is scientific work, international relations, recruiting students from Ukraine and from abroad. On this slide, you can see the summary of my talk. In the first part, I am going to tell you a little about Donbas State Pedagogical University before beginning of Russian aggression. The second part is dedicated to the challenges, problems, and our experience concern relocation. Also, I will propose your attention some my conclusion about importance of growth mindset. Let's cross to description of university. Donbas State Pedagogical University was founded in 1939 and has been providing the educational services for the training of specialists in the pedagogical direction for 85 years at this year. The university is one of the leading pedagogical institutions of higher education in the Donbas region. The training of specialists at the university is carried out on the levels of higher education. The first level, bachelor, the second level, master program, the third level, PhD program, the fourth scientific level, Doctor of Science. The university has 7 faculties, 26 departments, Ukrainian Polish Center of Education and Science, separate structural unit, Gorlivka Institute for Foreign Languages, JCIP Regional Accelerator Center for Innovation, Technology and Startups project in Donbas region of Ukraine. University has more than 20 foreign partners from Austria, Bulgaria, China, Czech Republic, Germany, Poland, Slovakia, and others. Donbas State Pedagogical University was located in Slavyansk, Donetsk region until February 2022. On this picture, you can see university life before Russian aggression. On February 24, 2022, a full-scale Russian invasion of the territory of Ukraine began. In a short time, the front line approached Slavyansk, a distance of less than 30 kilometers. The safety situation didn't allow organizing the educational process. On this picture, you can see campus of our university after Russian attacks. The university administrative staff faced a number of challenges and problems. In particular, where should the university be moved? The ministry assigned this decision on the university administration. Where to get resources for relocation? In particular, transport, fuel, workers. What should be relocated firstly in the condition of lack of resources and time? Servers, documents, maybe equipments. What to do with things that cannot be relocated? We must destroy it. We have to put under protection, maybe hide it. Have to ensure salary payment. We don't have any instructions and any answer on this question. It's new experience for us. Despite on high level on uncertainty, the university was displayed. I hope and I believe temporarily to the base of Dnipro National University named after Oles Gonchar. The official date of the university relocation is April 15, 2022. We were able to fully or partially solve the mentioned problems. We determined the place of relocation, organized the work of administration, moved part of the equipment, in particular servers and office equipment, moved part of archive. The educational process is carried out in a distance format. 3 admissions campaigns were organized and conducted in wartime conditions. The university has no debts for salaries and scholarships. The university maintains the indicators of scientific activity and improved the results of international cooperation. On this slide, you can see rectors of Donbas State Pedagogical University, Svetlana Amelchenko, and Dnipro National University, Serhiy Akovitый, at the academic council meeting. On the second picture is room of admissions committee in Dnipro. In my opinion, that relocation was possibility due to growth mindset, which based on the belief that your basic quality, skills, and knowledge are things you can cultivate through your efforts, your strategies, and with help from others. Although the situation may be difficult and uncertain, our training and awareness may not be enough. We can change the situation for the better and grow through applications and experience. Thanks for attention.
Thank you so much for your excellent presentation, Dr. Chaichenko. It's absolutely heartbreaking what's happening, but still your school shows us the strength of the people and the resilience that all of you collectively have. That was an excellent presentation. Thank you so much. Very inspiring. And I think we have a question. So yes, please go ahead.
Hello.
My colleagues, Marina
Yeah.
Amelchenko, have
Hello,
a question.
everybody. Yes,
Oh.
I can't keep silence because Stanislav Olegovich is vice rector of my native Donbas State Pedagogical University, and all that I heard is so close for me. And I am a head of a unit of young scientists, so I know about science in our university more. Much information, and I want to say that yeah, really war makes the difference in our life, but we try to continue our job together, and it's very crucial for us to be together and to continue our mission, our achieve our goals. And after war, connection with different university from different country is more extensive than before the war. Yes. So thank you, Stanislav Olegovich. And I'm with you. Yes, I know all what you said, and I saw it on my own eyes and feel it and keep it in my heart. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Professor. Professor Marina Amelchenko. She is head of Young Scientific Council of our university, and she have a scholarship of
Go ahead. Sorry, somebody.
Oh, can everyone please mute themselves? Okay, I'm trying to mute everybody. Okay. All right. Okay, I think we've got it taken care of now. Sorry, please proceed. We hear okay? Okay. Thank you so much. That was a beautiful discussion, and I appreciate all of your valuable insights. Okay, so we'll go ahead now and move on to our next speaker, Dr. Benita Brewster, who's going to present also on growth mindset. Dr. Brewster is a professor in the Department of Educational Specialties at Austin Peay State University in Clarksville, Tennessee. She has been at Austin Peay State University since 2007. She is our graduate program coordinator and teaches a wide range of courses, including literacy, principal licensure, and Doctor of Education courses. She has contributed immensely to the university and local community. She's always willing to help others. Additionally, she used to be a public school teacher and principal in the public school. So Dr. Brewster, when you're ready, you can begin. Oh, you're muted, Dr. Brewster. Sorry.
Okay.
There we go. Perfect.
All right. I think my husband wishes I had a mute button.
Mine too.
Anyway, thank you. Thank you all for being here this morning. And Mirna, I want to tell you how much I appreciate your comments, because this presentation on growth mindset is a positive way to move forward with all the turmoil that all of you are experiencing. So I hope that you'll be able to take the information today and use it to not only grow yourself professionally, but to help those around you to be positive and to keep moving forward. So we'll just take a few minutes to talk about what growth mindset is. I'm sure that it's something that we've all heard of and something that we practice daily. And Dr. Lee's going to just move the slides forward for me, I think. Yes, there we go. Thank you. So what is growth mindset versus a fixed mindset? And thinking about that today as we move forward through the presentations and listening to our speakers, how we change our perspectives, what kind of tools we might have in our toolbox to change, and then how we can use the growth mindset in our universities with our faculty, friends, our colleagues, and our students. And how can I achieve a growth mindset? What can I do to move myself forward? And how can I persuade others? And there was an excellent quote by historian Henry Ford from the United States: whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So it is a mental construct of how we think about our lives and how we choose to take our situation and determine if it's a positive or a negative and how we look at things. So basically that's positive mindset versus a fixed mindset. Growth mindset might appear as a series of actions. So we all as academicians spend a lot of time studying and doing research, which is our training. We ask questions about everything. Things that we read, we question. People that we talk to, we question. We try to find out more information. So we're lucky in that aspect, I think, as teachers and professors, that this is something we do on a routine basis. And we set our goals based on what we learn. And we always learn from our failures. We look at our failures as opportunities. So I try very, very hard to never use the word failure. I learned that quickly as a principal when teachers would come to me with issues that they were trying to solve or problems. I would say, let's talk about an opportunity. This is an opportunity growth mindset. What can we do to turn this around? Think about what we've learned in this situation and how can we take what we've learned to move forward. And you know, all of you in Ukraine do that on a daily basis. And then nevertheless, each of us requires being intentional about what we learn and applying what we learn effectively. So if you find out that there's something that you can't seem to solve, or you can't solve a problem, never giving up. Your mistakes will show that you're growing. I remember once as a building principal, I gave all of my teachers a little card that says, I blew it. I blew it. Okay, I made a mistake. I blew it today. And, you know, they would come to me, and whether it was just a simple thing in their classroom or maybe a parent that they didn't quite say the right thing to, they could turn in their I blew it card and no one was in trouble. We would talk about what they had learned from the situation, how we could turn that learning opportunity into a growth opportunity. And so it was not only a fun way for the teachers that worked at my school, and I had over 900 students, kindergarten through 6th grade. We all learn from each other every single day. So you might, if you have colleagues or students that you work with on a daily basis, give them an I blew it card. I blew it. I made a mistake. It's okay. Let's talk about what we learned and let's move forward. So that was kind of a fun way to handle that we always grow from our mistakes. And then a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. So you need to think about kind of where you are in your professional lives, in your daily lives with your families, and think about how you view your mindset as growth versus fixed. And have you ever wondered if feeling discouraged or negative about something new is a part of the process? So thinking about how you think about it, and think about Henry Ford. If you think you're wrong, you're wrong. If you believe you're right, and you have a chance to change it. So changing that perspective is part of that growth process and part of turning around a growth mindset, a fixed mindset into a growth mindset. And if you work with people, maybe colleagues that are negative Nellies and they're always like, you know, doom and gloom, you know, encourage them to, how can you think about that in a different way? So sometimes it takes some training and some coaching with people you work with, or maybe your family members who might be negative, and talk about what can we learn from this and how can we turn it around. So learning through the process and helping others to grow is part of turning a growth into a growth mindset from a fixed. And the answer is absolutely, you can do that. For sure, 100%. Learning something challenging and new requires being vulnerable. Vulnerability can enable us to learn from our mistakes and encourage us to try again. So having that mindset of never giving up and realizing that I am learning from this experience, it may not be a positive experience. And I know right now, a lot of you are going through many negative experiences, but I know you're also growing and learning from everything that you're going through on a daily basis. So trying to use everything that you're learning, changing it into a growth mindset is a way to move forward and to be able to flourish in times of adversity. A fixed mindset, unlike a growth mindset, considers mistakes and setbacks, and productive struggles to be negative often results in something new. So turning those struggles into something positive and just asking yourself, what have I learned about this? And how can I apply what I've learned to a new situation? And I know those of us who work with others do it consistently. And a fixed mindset considers individuals' unique challenges and looking at what is possible. And a student may be finding a new literacy strategy to be increasingly, if you work with students or you work with faculty, thinking about how they can use what they know in a situation where they may have a fixed mindset in order to move forward to be a more productive growth mindset. And yeah, I really like this slide because it really gives us the perspective of thinking about, do I have a fixed mindset on this, or am I willing to look at it in the terms of the bright sunshine and a growth mindset? So you might just think about yourself, do I have this cloud around me? And you know, we've all worked with people like that, who I can't possibly succeed. I've always been a failure at this. I'm the first in my family to do this. Why should I be successful? All of those are examples of a fixed mindset, or I know this is not going to work. It never works, you know, that kind of thing. Versus, even if my success doesn't look like everyone else's, my growth is enough. And I try to have the perspective of it. I leave it better than I found it. No matter what little thing is I work on or something I do, is it better than the way it was given to me? Have I made some progress forward? Am I committed to making things better for the people that I work with and the students that I teach? And commitment in a positive mindset is powerful. You don't have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect, believe me. But if you jump in there and you make it better than the way you found it, and you're able to move forward and be successful, then that's a positive growth mindset. Tools for action. Consider something you've learned. Every single day, what did I learn today? What did I do that was productive? Did I help someone? Was I able to make a difference? Being consistent, asking how you can help, being a good listener, seeking guidance. I talk to Dr. Lee probably every day on a text or something. You know, we're always trying to problem solve and what do you think about this and how should we do this? So being a good listener and trusting your colleagues, trusting those people that you work with, trusting family members, seeking guidance, being able to persevere. And my gosh, you folks are champions at being able to persevere and having determination and being resilient. A lot of research has been done on resiliency, and we find that our students who have high levels of resiliency are those that make it. It's not always the smartest people. And I'm just blown away by all of you brilliant people on this, these physics people and these mathematicians and so many things that you know so much more than I feel like I know. I have a lot of good people skills, and I have a lot of tools in my toolbox that enable me to be resilient. So we all have skills that make us a part of the whole. So looking at what you can do, how you can contribute, and being able to listen and seek guidance from others, that's what makes us strong. As a united front, we have strength. And so learning from others and having that determination will make us more resilient. And that resiliency, I think, is key, not only for us as faculty in times when times are difficult, but also for our students who may be experiencing difficulty. If they have a high degree of resilience, they're probably going to make it. They may not be the smartest students that you've ever had, but if they have the willingness to try and they continue to question and listen and move forward, that's the key to having the tools for action, to having a growth mindset. So ask yourself that about your colleagues and your students. Is resiliency, I think, is key.
Thank you so much, Dr. Brewster, for that
You're
very
welcome.
touching and inspiring presentation. And I know Dr. Brewster is such a pleasure to work with, and I know she exhibits a growth mindset. She's a mentor to me, and I'm truly grateful for all that she does for me and our programs in the College of Education. So thank you so much, Dr. Brewster. That was wonderful.
You're welcome.
All right, so next we're going to have Dr. Jeffrey Williams present. He is an associate professor of voice in the Department of Music at Austin Peay State University. He has received many national and international awards. He also studied overseas in Germany, France, Austria, and Canada. In addition, Dr. Williams serves as the director of the Austin Peay State University Center for Advancement of Faculty Excellence, where he leads various initiatives to support faculty success, including our first year faculty program. He does so much for our university, and we're very grateful. So Dr. Williams, you're next.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lee. I'm really excited to be here. And yeah, like she mentioned, I direct the Center for Advancement of Faculty Excellence. And I just want to tell you a little bit about the center. Honestly, the way that I like to think of it, totally related to this conversation today, is I like to think that I direct the Center for Growth Mindset. What the center provides is resources for teaching and for research. We like to facilitate interesting collaborations between like sort of interdepartmental action or things across universities, things that are going to stretch people and help people grow. And then also just creating fostering a general culture of excellence at the university. So everyone is seeing each other succeed, seeing other faculty succeed. And it's not something that you look at and say, oh God, like I could never do that. Why am I not doing that? We're all looking at each other and celebrating each other and inspiring each other. And I think that the center is a sort of wonderful beacon of what it means to be a faculty member. So myself, the reason why I was so interested in directing the center is because I am the type of person that I hate being idle. I love growing. I love learning. I love feeling like I'm always evolving as a person. So like Dr. Lee said, my background is in music. I'm an opera singer. And so with music, rejection is a huge part of musical life and sort of auditioning and going for something, hoping for the best. And maybe sometimes things work out and sometimes things don't. I had a mentor one time who spoke really eloquently about this, of the art of auditioning. So as a singer, you can go into a room and you can be the absolute best strawberry ice cream that has ever existed. But the person on the other end of that table who's adjudicating you or considering you for a job may just not like strawberry ice cream, period. It doesn't matter if it's the best strawberry ice cream on the planet. If that person just doesn't like strawberry ice cream, you are not for that person. You're not for that job. And so I think that's a really important way of looking at rejection, because a lot of times in my experience, it doesn't really have to do with you. It just means that it wasn't the right opportunity, or that person didn't see something in you that they could have channeled into whatever that job was, or whatever that, role was in that opera, for example. So I think for all of us, when we consider why something doesn't work out, it's not about blaming yourself. It's not about finding all the different things in yourself that are inadequate or whatever it might be. It's just about finding the right opportunity. And so I wanted to tell you like another thing in my musical life. So just over this summer, I started researching, there's this American composer from the early 20th century named Arthur Foote, and I got really interested in his music, and I was so excited to be uncovering this new stuff that I wasn't familiar with. And so I found an opportunity that I wanted to apply for, to present his music, to sing some of his music, and also lecture on it at the International Congress of Voice Teachers in Toronto, Canada, this coming summer 2025. And so I put all this work into this abstract and getting it all ready, and I was really proud of what I submitted. And there were something like over 400 submissions, and they accepted 55 abstracts, right? Like 55 session proposals. And so I was not one of those session proposals. And obviously I was disappointed, but there were also 400, 300 something, 400 people that also didn't get it. And I'm certain that there were other really, really amazing session proposals that did not get it. And so then I had my little moment of, oh, I didn't get that. And then once I got over that, it was, okay, how do I channel this research and energy into something that's going to be positive? And so I reached out to a record label that a lot of these songs have never been recorded, never been professionally recorded. So I reached out to this record label and I said, I've been finding all this music about Arthur Foote and I want to record stuff. And they said, amazing, we really want to get on board. Let's do this. And so a record label, getting a contract out of something, right? That's great. And then I'm doing a recital tour in February, sort of across the Southeast, performing this music. So sort of generating opportunities myself to get this music out there, just because that thing in Toronto didn't happen, right? And so I think that that's just in general a really important way of looking at life. When something doesn't work out, you've done all this work for something and doesn't happen to work out. It's just about finding the right way to channel that into something that is going to work out and make it work for yourself. So, great. I think we can go to the next slide. Yeah, I love all these pictures about rejection. So all of this is so relatable, right? We know what it feels like to get a bad grade, to have not gotten a grant, or like I said, a session proposal, something like that. I find one of the weakest positions that any faculty member or someone in academia can have is feeling like you know everything about any given subject. And so I think probably all of us have experienced that teacher, or maybe there's a teacher who teaches the exact same course. Let's say someone's been in academia for 30 years and they've taught the same course the exact same way for 30 years. Well, I guarantee you that pretty much no matter whatever topic comes up in that class, there has been new research that's come out on whatever topic that is. That topic has evolved over 30 years. So I see that as our job to be up on that new research and incorporating that new research into the class. So our students are living in a contemporary society, and we need to be a part of that contemporary society with what we're presenting to them. And so as well, just because, so I think a lot of people who are presenting today, and probably people that are on this Zoom call, have a terminal degree. And just because you have a terminal degree, again, that doesn't mean that you know everything about everything or one given subject. And I think there's something about that word terminal as sort of like where it's gotten to a certain place and it can't go any further. I think that that's a really, we need to be cautious about thinking that way. And obviously growth mindset is an important way of not looking at life that way. We're continuing to grow and evolve. So as a teacher, as a professor, I teach voice, right? I teach private voice lessons, and I have like literature classes and things that I lead. I will always always 10 times out of 10 prefer to have a voice student in my studio of perhaps someone that doesn't have the absolute best voice coming in to the studio, but someone who works hard and has a great attitude. I will 10 times out of 10 choose that person. I will never choose the person that has a fantastic voice on the front end, but has demonstrated that they're not interested in growing, that they're not interested in working hard, and they seem kind of lackadaisical about whatever it is that they're doing. And so we need to demonstrate that for our students, like Dr. Brewster said. You know, we need to be aware the way that they see us interacting with the world, right? And so when can we go to the next slide, Dr. Lee? Thanks so much. Okay, great. And then maybe just one more, I think. Oh, okay, maybe back one. Let's leave those for a sec. Okay, cool. When we provide, I'm very careful with this. The thing with teaching voice is that it's a part of us and it's incredibly personal. So when we provide feedback as voice teachers, it's very easy to offend someone. So you have to be careful about what you say, because if you say something that feels very personal, then it can feel like an attack on that person, right? And so when we provide feedback in voice, it's not so much about right and wrong. It's about making someone aware of something. And I think probably everyone on this call knows that the first step to making any change is awareness, right? And so that has to do with growth mindset as well, of like noticing those places where you can grow, even if it feels like you are really amazing at something. Keep getting more amazing at it. You know, don't allow yourself to just accept wherever it is that you are on any one thing. And I think that there's a manner of saying things when we're in a teaching environment. So I think that that is built up over years of teaching, when you sort of find the way to artfully describe things to your student that's going to inspire them to grow instead of make them feel bad about whatever it is that they happen to be working on. So yeah, I have a doctorate in voice pedagogy, but this past summer it's called the Science Informed Voice Pedagogy Institute in Utah, and it was amazing. And that institute is designed for people who have all this training in voice pedagogy, but there's some disconnect between everything that you know, but then actually teaching it in a voice lesson or sort of teaching it in the voice studio. And so it's so important for us to kind of keep growing instead of all these people that feel like they know everything, but then don't go anywhere. So anyway, I want to thank you all so much for having me here today. Obviously, I can talk about this for a long time, but keep growing and don't allow yourself to be idle.
Thank you so much for your very practical advice, Dr. Williams. That was fantastic. I learned so much too. Yes, go ahead, Hannah. Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Williams. That was very fantastic talk. I need you in my physics class. I want to put it in my chat. You pointed out several interesting issues, for example, in our classes, we are not supposed to say like, no, this is wrong. It turns out it's not nice. I didn't know this until I moved to United States. And second, in the previous slide, you put talent is ever developing. So I draw an analogy with, STEM. Very often we have kids coming to university saying, or even at school, right, in high school and middle school coming, I'm not good in math, I'm not good in physics, like this fixed mindset that Dr. Brewster was also mentioning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's also related to in your classes, how do you convince them, hey, you can work, like you said, if hardworking and the person who is willing to grow is is somebody you would rather work with than a fixed mindset. So how do you make students believe in themselves, and that it's okay to make mistake and improve on this, Just want to hear your hints. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dr. Brewster, you go ahead.
I didn't know if you wanted me to answer that or,
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
I
Go
guess,
ahead.
I guess we both can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Hannah, I read your other question too, so this kind of goes along with your question after I finished my presentation. You asked about students who might be uneasy about asking, or, you know, students who are experiencing failure. And with your students, with any of our students, with our students who may be hesitant to ask, or who may have, you know, get a bad grade on something, the only way to build up a positive mindset in a person, it doesn't matter if they're 6 years old or 60 years old, they have to experience success. So when you first start working with students and you find out exactly what they know and they can do, then give them a heavy dose of success. Make sure that, you know, day after day for a week, maybe, that they have no failure. That, oh, your voice is perfect today, you know, or whatever you say to them, Jeff, to
Mhm.
make sure that they're
Mhm.
feeling good about what they can do. You solve that and give them a really easy math equation or a really easy physics problem that you know that they're able to do. So day after day, over several days, they're successful because we all have to feel like we know what we're doing, and we have to experience success in order to be vulnerable, in order to be able to build that capacity to learn new things. Because if you start out with a fixed mindset thinking, I can't do this, I'm horrible at math, you know, I can't even try, you have to make sure that what they're trying to do early on, that they're successful at.
Uh-huh.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, remembering that growth is incremental. You know, one of the worst things is, like, for example, I'll get approached about someone saying, oh, I want to audition for American Idol. I want to have one voice lesson with you so that I can win American Idol. You know, right, which of course is ridiculous. And so that can be hard. And a lot of times for students, they don't necessarily see the growth from lesson to lesson, but trusting the process and then sort of seeing a semester of growth is a lot easier to notice, I think, than one lesson at a time. And I'm very proactive about having my students record their lessons. So in voice, it's very difficult to hear yourself in the way that your voice actually works in the room just because of acoustics. And so a lot of people hate the sound of their recorded voice, but we try to get over that really quickly. And record yourself so you can really hear so it's not just me saying, oh, like blah, 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 this is going really well, or this is happening. Then they can hear it themselves and hear the growth in a really practical way.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you very much for these valuable insights. Very helpful.
That was excellent. Yeah, Dr. Brewster, did you want to say something?
No, well, just one more thing. We could talk about this all day.
Yes.
But Hannah, when I'm working with a really difficult student, and I know that they have given effort and they've turned something in, but it's not quite right, I always say to that student, take me to the one place in this assignment where you felt really good about this. Show me something that you know and you know well. And then we would talk through that, and gives you an opportunity to praise their efforts and what they know, and then you know where to start building from there. Right? So that's just another tip.
So whatever I have been doing so far was totally wrong. I was like, I'm teach quantum, like, this is very difficult. You better start. You will fail. I mean, that's how I've been taught, you know.
Yeah, I think in the United States, we have a lot softer skill set
Yes.
sometimes, and we try to, you know, we give every little kid a trophy at first because we want them to think they can do it. So it's just a different way to think about
Right,
things.
right.
But
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Hannah. And next week, we do have a breakout activity, and it's related to growth mindset. It's related to leadership, because in order for all of us to be a leader, we have to kind of identify what our leader characteristics are. So There's a tool called the Enneagram, and there's actually 9 of these leadership types. You've probably seen this or taken the test online. It's just a free indicator of what type of leader you are. And so we're going to use the next few slides. I'm not going to talk a lot. I'm just going to give you a chance to read it. I'm going to read the next 9 types, but as you're reading through each of the slides, think about your leadership styles, because we're going to ask you to choose one at the end of the 9 slides. Choose one type of leader that you see yourself being. What's your leadership characteristic? And realize that you're going to see yourself in more than one of these, and it's okay. I mean, hopefully we all have some glimmer of all of these in us because we're successful professionals, but one of them will speak to you more so than others. So think about the one that you will choose. So type 1 is the reformer. You're going to change the world, basically.
I'll give you a few
Okay.
seconds to read each one.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a few seconds and then go on to the next one.
The reformer.
The reformer. Okay, number 2 is the helper. Lordy goodness, we're all teachers, we're all helpers. Helping others, serving others. Are you the helper?
Okay.
The achiever. We're all achievers, aren't we? But reaching out, reaching goals, setting goals, being passionate about what we are learning, driven. Number 4 is the observer. You have a sense of self. You find identity apart from others. Observe others as being honest, creative, seeking new ways to feel unique. So do you just kind of stand back and watch and be a good listener? The investigator. Being inquisitive, asking lots of questions, being intentional. The loyalist. Are you loyal? Do you look for connections? Do people consider you trustworthy, reliable? The enthusiast. These are our cheerleaders. Lively, appreciative, very spontaneous, always looking for new adventures. The challenger. The challenger is a very strong person, hardworking. They like to be in control of the situation. People might think they're more bullheaded, kind of obstinate, but still they're controlling. The peacemaker, always being peaceful. I've got a little rock that says peacemaker, so I can see myself here too. And I think that's a very positive, optimistic kind of person. They're not real confrontational, so they may avoid a situation trying to be the peacemaker. I do that sometimes. Now we're going to do some breakout rooms, so you'll have a chance to be with each other and to talk with each other. Or you need to just choose the one type of Enneagram leadership personality that fits you. And here they all are. So Andrea, let's give them just a minute to read through these a little bit, and then we'll do the breakout rooms. So Dr. Lee has assigned 1 through 9. So think about which one you are, which one you identify with.
And I included a Google Doc in the chat box. Can everybody see that? So our activity you can access on the Google Doc. And I know we're going a little over on time. If anyone needs to leave, it's completely okay. But if you do have time, we would love for you to join our breakout room activity.
So which one of these do you align with, and why, and how has that leadership style served you well as a faculty member, as a participant in your learning? And so just pick one that speaks to you and I guess, Dr. Lee, we can let everybody go to their rooms now.
Yeah, so I will let you choose your own room. So choose the room that aligns with your type. So room 1 would be let's double check, the reformer, room 2, the helper, etc. So please go to the room that most aligns with your chosen Enneagram. Anyone can lead the discussion. If you feel a little more confident in your English, you can lead the discussion, but anyone can lead. The important thing is that we're all communicating and talking, okay? Let's spend about 15 minutes on this, and then we'll come back to the main room. If you need to leave, once again, it's completely okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the rooms right now. Go ahead and go to your rooms. If you need anything, just let me know.
Will you let people go from one room to another if they identify with multiple things?
I think just for the sake of time, just pick one.
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't have a lot of time,
Yeah.
so.
Just
Yeah,
for the
just-
sake of time.
Now,
We'll
if you're in a room alone, you need to pick another room.
Yes, I'll move them. I'm gonna assign them an Enneagram. I think the last time I did this activity, I chose Peacemaker, but maybe this time I'll be a
And
challenger.
I chose enthusiast.
All right.
Somebody asked, where can I find the room? I'm not sure.
Okay, so you should be able to choose it, but if you need help, let me know and I can assign you a room. So if you're not able to choose, just tell me and I can put you in a room directly. So just put your name into the chat box. Yes. So you should have the option to choose a room right now. So just make sure you choose the one that most aligns with the Enneagram that you've chosen. Okay, we gotta go. Okay, go to your rooms. Okay, I might have to put people into rooms. I'm gonna make Enneagrams for people in just a minute. Okay, can everybody find the rooms?
No.
No, okay, let's see. Let me try again. Well, I'm just gonna do random assignments right now. We'll just improvise, that's okay.
Okay.
We do have a few people in some rooms.
Okay, yeah, all right. So let me just do some improvising, that's okay. Even if we don't have the same ones, that's all right. Okay, here we go. You're gonna have to pretend to be a different one today.
But like I said at the beginning, probably all of you see yourselves in many of these.
That's a really good point, absolutely.
Andrea, you thought you were my friend.
I'm just moving people around right now. Different rooms. So please feel free to go to any of the rooms. Try to go to the ones that align with your Enneagram though, if you can. Okay, we'll do 9. I think we have a lot of peacemakers too, right? A lot of educators are peacemakers.
A lot of educators are helpers too.
That's a good point. Helpers. Yeah, I think maybe some people might be on their phone and maybe you're having some problems trying to. Okay. Okay, here we go. Can everybody see your room now? Okay. Just give me just a few more minutes to put people into rooms. Okay. Still have a few more. Almost there.
Need some more people in room 9.
9, there we
We
go.
need peacemaker. I'm sure a lot of you are peacemakers,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
We're getting there. It's just gotta kind of manually enter everybody right now. So it's just, we're all having our fake Enneagrams today. We've got almost everybody in a room now. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. All right. Dr. Brewster, do you want to go to a room? It's up to you. Or you can stay here. It's your choice.
Yeah, I'll go to a room for a minute.
Okay.
Let me just pick one.
All right. I'm just going to stay here because sometimes people log in and out and I have to add them back. Okay, there we go. Isha, are you able to see your room?
Actually not.
Okay, I wonder why people are having issues joining rooms. Let's see. Yes, let me see where Anastasia is right now. Let's see. Okay. Let me try. I wonder wonder why people are having issues. Let's see. Give me just a minute to see what's going on. Okay, if anybody else is having problems going to a breakout room, just let me know and I will put you into rooms. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna have to move some people around, I think. Okay, perfect. I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, I'm still not in the room.
Okay, this is
Hmm.
strange. We're gonna figure this out. Technology is a blessing and a curse, isn't it?
Mhm.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
Let's do some moving. All right. I think we got most people where they need to be. Okay, if anybody else is having problems, just let me know. I'm gonna put you into rooms. Okay. All right. Perfect. Let's see here. A few more people that haven't joined. Let's see. Can everybody see a room open now? Okay, I'm trying to put people into rooms. I don't know, we might have some kind of technical issue. Let's see. Perfect. Yes, Anastasia, yep, I'm trying to get you into room 2. Let me see what is going on here. Let's see, Anastasia. There. I think you should be in room 2 now. Okay. Is anyone here having problems going to a room? I can try to help you get into one. I'm gonna do some moving around right now. Maybe that will work. Okay. All right, perfect. Hi, Natalia. Do you need help going to your room?
No, I wasn't group number
Oh,
and return to our room.
oh, okay. Let me try this now. Okay, can you see it now?
No, I see 3 room.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Then I'm
I
gonna try
go.
that one.
I
Okay,
go to room number 3.
oh, okay. Some of the rooms are not active, so I'm just using the active ones. Okay. Okay, good, good, good. Hey, Dr. Brewster.
Hey, I'm back. There was a lady in my breakout room that couldn't find how to get out of the room. Her name was Nidhi, I think from Nigeria.
Oh, Ndidi, yes. Yes.
Ndidi, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I know Ndidi actually. Okay.
You can go get her if you can.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me get her.
We were talking a lot. She's really sweet.
Oh, she is. We actually work together on projects. So from
Oh.
our Scholars Network. So I know her personally. She was one of
What?
my mentees and we've been publishing together. So
Well, I told her about NSSA and our conference that we have a lot of virtual presentations from international faculty. And so I think maybe put that information out to this group. Here she is. She was really interested.
oh, fantastic.
So
Hi.
I'll give that to you to put out for everybody, Andrea. That's a good idea.
Yes, absolutely. We can share that. If you want to even put the link into the chat box, you can. So yeah,
Okay.
if you'd like. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give them a couple more minutes and then we'll go back. I know we went over on time. We did in our first session too, so but it's okay though. I think everybody did a great job and the presentations were very thoughtful and inspiring. Thank you so much for your presentation, Dr. Brewster, and thank you for your help volunteering, Ndidi.
Thank you.
You've been wonderful. Okay, so I'm gonna bring them back in just a minute. Okay. All righty. Yeah, some groups are a little more active than others. Been moving people around in their breakout rooms. So, okay. Give them just a minute to come back. We discuss anything interesting?
We did. We decided that all mothers are peacemakers.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love that. That's true though, right? Have to create harmony, right? And
That's true.
So, yeah.
You would hope it would be true.
That's right. That's right. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and put everybody back into the main room now. Okay. Perfect. I'm sorry we went over on time. It always happens. I appreciate all of you. You're wonderful. Good colleagues. Okay, I'll give everybody a minute to come back. Let's see here. I need to figure out what's going on with the breakout rooms too. That's my next discovery.
Yeah, I'm not good with breakout rooms. I did finally figure out how to get out of one, but I've only set them up once and they're
Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit harder on your cell phone when you're using breakout rooms. That's usually when students that I have anyways have more issues with the breakout rooms, but we'll figure out something, or we can just improvise too, right? So we've got almost everybody back. We've got 2 more seconds and then they're coming back. All right, welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a good discussion in your breakout rooms. Did anyone learn anything interesting? What Enneagram did you choose? Because I kind of forced you guys to choose, right? Does anyone remember what their Enneagram was?
We were kids. We were kids.
Wonderful. Do we have any peacemakers?
No, we were individualistic.
Individualistic. Okay, that's important
I
too,
work on a
right? Because we can
peacemaker.
do things. Oh, especially Americans, right? Being in America, you have to be kind of individualistic, right? Okay, good. Anybody else want to share their Enneagram style?
I got into the challenger group, but so we discussed actually not the type of the person, but we were describing somehow our challenges, but it was also interesting to hear.
Oh, good, wonderful. Learn anything interesting from your team members?
I think someone said that it was interesting to like from today's talk, it was interesting to implement some psychological tricks in their work.
Absolutely. I know there's so much going on in the world these days. There's a lot of negativity, but we have to remain positive and hopeful for the future, right? And I know all of you are amazing people, and I'm so glad that you came to this session, and I look forward to working with you in future sessions and learning from all of you. And before we wrap it up, I wanted to share this quote from Michael Jordan, famous basketball player in the US. So, the mental toughness and the heart are a lot stronger than some of the physical advantages you might have. I've always said that, and I've always believed that. So an important takeaway that we have here, our heart, our toughness, our willpower, our resilience, the desire to succeed, all of those are so important for our futures, right? Being hopeful, being optimistic. And thank you again, everyone, for attending. And this is a link to some helpful resources on growth mindset. Hannah or Dr. Brewster, do you have anything you wanted to share before we wrapped up this session today?
I think Dr. Brewster just shared some information. Maybe she can speak up.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, go ahead, Dr.
Yeah,
Brewster.
I did. I put a note in the chat about a national conference that's coming up. It's the National Social Science Association, and I'm the co-director. We have a conference every spring in Las Vegas, March 22nd through 25th, and you can present virtually if you need to or would wish to. We'd love to see you in person. Dr. Lee will probably be there. I will for sure be there. Hopefully Dr. Lee will come along with me, but we always have a great conference in Las Vegas. And if you need to present virtually, we can make that happen as well. And following the conference, we invite article submissions, and they are peer reviewed, and then a publication that follows. So the website is nsssascholars.org. And the proposal's open for proposal presentations for the Las Vegas conference. And then you can see all of our journals, that are published and information about the organization. So thank you so much for the opportunity to be here, and I enjoyed learning more about all of you and meeting you today. I hope I'm going to join again, Andrea, next time. So thank you for
Wonderful. Thank you
introducing
so
me.
much, Dr. Brewster, and thank you for your wonderful presentation, and thank you to all of our presenters, and thank you to everyone that attended, and I hope you had a good opportunity to learn more about growth mindset and chat with each other in your breakout rooms, and we will be in touch regarding upcoming sessions. Take care, everyone. Have a nice day and evening, depending on where you are. I'm here if anybody wants to chat. So have a good day.
Thank
good
you
evening.
Thank you.
very
Have a
much.
nice
Thank you so
day.
much.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
Have a great day.
You
And we
too.
will send
Thank
and we
you,
will
thank you so
send the
much.
video recording.
Yes, we will send the video recording too.
Thank
That was-
you.
Thank you, Anastasia. Yes.
Bye, Nandidi. Hi, Nandidi.
Bye,
Eh?
Andy. See you
Bye.
Bye for now. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.